Why you
Hey guys, we just started a course. Welcome. We're we're back. We're on the pod again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed
again?
that double upload last week
Mm-hmm.
to make up for my laziness. I was kind of lazy uploading them for sure. But yeah, so hopefully you like that. This one will be up literally tomorrow at some point in the afternoon, probably. So yeah, look forward to that. Um and yeah, so this will be a quick pod, I think, just like a quick update on how things are. You just saw Xerona's kind of like out of it. She's sleepy. So we usually do these at night, like super late at night anyway. So you can kind of tell if we're yawning and stuff like that at times that we're kind of tired. But yeah, of course, this is my amazing co-host,
Xerona with an X.
as you all know, and I'm Brian. But I'm gonna make myself a new name or a new nickname, the Right Brian. It's gonna be my new nickname from now on.
I
And I'll
apologize,
probably
viewers. I apologize. I apologize.
the right Brian. That's gonna be my new one of the new nicknames because I have many but people call me, but whatever. That's fine. I'll share a little bit about that. Not the whole story, but cool. But
Okay, go on. Let me judge you.
you already know.
Which one?
I told you the story that happened. The wrong Brian. I'm not gonna share like most of that, but
It's not even. It's.
what?
I apologize to the viewers. Anything Brian said, it's not offensive to the other Brians out there.
No, no,
We try to understand. It's just our Brian, the right Brian. Is it the right? The
the right
best
Brian.
nickname for you.
What?
You look like a male Brian or
What?
little Brian,
Little Brian?
Lil Brian, Lil and then Brian.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I was like, because there's Lil Nas, there's Lil Wayne. I was like, maybe Lil Brian would be good.
Sorry, guys. I apologize for her right now. She's out of it. She's gone. I don't know what she's talking about.
Wait, but like
Mine makes
you,
sense because I have like a story that happened. Hers,
but
I
like
have
right Brian, like what do you mean right? There's right and there's left or
no,
center.
not that kind of right.
I
Like
know
the
what I
right
know, but
one.
like I'm just saying, like if someone doesn't understand, you'll be like, you're the left Brian. What happened to the left
Well,
one?
nobody. The moment somebody says the right Brian is gonna think, oh, a Brian to my right.
But what about people who don't think like that?
Who's gonna think the opposite?
Me.
Yeah, of course you. Uh,
No,
um,
I feel like another. What about little B?
you usually people call me B. I don't know why they would say little B unless they were
Oh, you're
older
a
than me.
B.
But you're younger than me.
That, that's not the point. Is the oh my god, like
I don't like little B. People because people already call me. Look, these are my what people tend to call me. They call me Bry B.
Bry,
Yeah, Bry, just Bry.
Bry,
Yeah, Bry
Bry,
B.
try, cry. No,
By Bry B. Um, what are some other ones? My uncle, when I was little, used to call me in Spanish "boli queso," which means like a ball of cheese because I was really white, and I was like,
oh, that is
yeah,
it. I like that. That's the best one for you,
that's
man.
funny. It's a funny one, but I hated that nickname. um, no, I mean that's kind of it. I don't really know anything else. There's a
Brian.
funny one that only two people call me, and I kind of don't want to share it because it's kind of funny. Maybe I'll share in a future pod, but I'll share that later on. But
That's the guy. Bry. I don't know. Bry. I don't know. Bry. Just it just sounds so dry.
no,
Just
Yeah.
sounds so.
I don't really have like a super crazy nickname really. Oh, Leo. Leo's another nickname.
No, you don't look like a Leo.
Thanks. I mean,
You
that's
look
not the
like a
point of the nickname.
Brio.
Brio?
Brio. Brio.
Brio.
Because it's like Leo plus Brian Brio.
A Brio.
Now that's your new
We'll see.
name.
We'll see. We'll see.
Brio. Brio doesn't sound, what's the name? My name is Brio. You can even put it in like a Spanish way, like in a very, you know what I mean? Make it a little bit more,
Oh
you
gosh.
know, magnifique.
We'll see. Maybe if it
Yeah, let's talk about
it hangs around.
nicknames. So that would be nice. Brio.
But if we're gonna do that, that should be like our long pod because that's kind of nicknames are kind of cool actually. Kind of.
Yeah, Brio. Yeah. So everyone tell me if you like the name Brio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let
Brio.
her
People
know.
call me different
Uh,
ones. Z. At work, people call me Z. People call me Rona.
mm.
There's a Mexican woman who call me Corona, and there's a Russian
Oh,
there's
that's
a
a good
Russian
one.
girl who calls me Corona too. In Korea, people call me Merona
Medona.
because of the ice cream. The Merona ice
Ah,
cream.
nah, nah.
I'm not even offended anymore. And the very funny thing was that actually I used to like the name Corona because there was actually a school called Corona in my country, and Corona in Russian means like a crown,
Brown.
right?
In
So
Spanish, it
Corona
means brown.
in Spanish it means crown too in Spanish.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like a very good name, and then COVID came, and now I have a friend whose name's actually Corona. I feel so sad for her now. Her name, her name, her name is it brings social distancing memories.
I mean, yeah, I guess that would happen. Yeah. They those things. But what can we do? It's our names. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be a quick pod. We're just gonna say, I guess, what happened in the last 4 days ish. I got that story about that nickname, my new nickname. Uh, other than that, I guess I'll start. I'll start first, I guess, because yours is probably not too much. It's probably school and stuff. For me, um, let's see. Let me see what happened. Spent more time with family. Family time, always good. I took my dog to well, I bathed him and stuff like that. He looked awesome. I got pictures and stuff I'll be putting on Instagram. He looks so cool. Um, but I've been doing that, and then last week, I think it was middle of the week, Wednesday, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday. Got a text at night. It was like, yo, Brian, do you wanna drop by at my place? I'm getting a birthday party or something like that together. It's gonna be cool painting, spa, eating stuff. I was like, dang, sounds cool. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. Boom, I go. Well, I just saw the message. I didn't reply for like 2 days because I was kind of thinking about it if I had time. Then I was like, yeah, sure, sounds great. And then a couple hours later, it was like, nah, wrong, wrong Brian, meant it for somebody else. That's where I get the wrong Brian part. And I was like, damn, all right, well. And knowing me too well, I ended up being the nice Brian part again. I was like, cool, enjoy your birthday. And that's all I said instead of maybe being a villain, which maybe I should start being a little bit more. Well, not a villain, but
Mm.
at least like not caring as much or just being like, whatever, just blow it off. Uh, and then that kind of happened. And the thing that sucked, I was like preparing a pretty cool present, I thought. And it was going to be kind of cool. But hey, can't do much. Move on, it's fine. That present idea, maybe I'll give it to the next person's birthday party, whoever that is that I'm close to. Because I think it's gonna be a cool idea. Well, and they kind of have to like a certain aspect to it because Xerona knows exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, but yeah, that happened. But whatever. And then during the weekend, um, we just finished watching some football games, watching it with my
Mm,
sister. Super fun. Um, super sad that the Lions lost, but the Chiefs are going to Super Bowl again. So me and my sister are gonna root for them, even though she's a Chiefs fan, but I'm not a Chiefs fan. But I like Patrick Mahomes a lot, so yeah, gonna go them. Um, what else? Uh, Nothing. Just been able, just enjoying my time, enjoying friends. Uh, I have a lot more friends reaching out now. We were able to create a chat with Kadam now too. Um, um, yeah, just that. I guess nothing crazy, nothing super crazy yet. There are plans of me like traveling soon, so we'll see. I'm starting to make plans. Hopefully, I don't know when, but maybe at the end of the year, maybe I'm thinking. Um, so so maybe look forward later on the year for news about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the right Brian, guys, the right Brian. That's my name. But yeah, that's pretty much all that happened to me. So nothing crazy. Uh, and then you guys are knowing this now, but yeah, I spoke with Xerona that night. Uh, it was really funny, and I appreciate. Uh, I was about to say Corona for some weird reason, but Rona is what I call her. I talked to her that night, and then that helped me a lot. So I appreciate you actually like calling and stuff. That was actually quite nice because I feel like it's a lot better to like actually talk about that and then move on instead of kind of like thinking about it too much and it's like whatever.
mm,
Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, from my end for these
excuse
last
me.
couple days. But yeah, what about you, Rona? I'm pretty
Same
sure you're
old
studying and stuff.
procrastinating and doing homework last minute. That is my life. I just finished. They were like doing 1,000 words, and I was like writing and writing and writing. It was like 700.
All right.
Sometimes I ask myself why I study and what's the point of studying? I could just I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know what I even in the work. You have you ever felt like you're doing something, but you don't even know what you're doing, but you're just doing it?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's me. This whole like I had like two discussion boards and stuff like that. You know, just stuff. Yeah, just procrastinating and doing things last minute. That's my life. Trying to go to the gym because I'm trying to, you know, just trying to, just excuse me, find a new because I'm changing stuff. I'm changing my diet. Um, I'm changing, stuff about me. So not anything like too casual. Today someone told me I have a very round face with a standard forehead, and I did not understand what that meant.
Standard. Interesting.
I never knew I had a very round head. Do I have a round head?
I don't know.
Oh, that's not. I was.
People
I
say
didn't,
my mother says that about me.
that you have a round head.
Yeah.
No.
Every time you're like, yo, you gotta. But granted, she only says that when I like my hair is kind of like this, where it's kind of like. So for me, I don't really tend to have my hair bring up a lot. I usually cut it quite soon when it starts getting long. But when my hair starts getting long, my mom orders like, "Yo, you have a big head." Because I don't know why when I have a lot of hair, my head seems bigger, I guess. But unlike you, it covers most of my forehead, and I don't have a big forehead, luckily. But who does have a big forehead? My sister. Big forehead. Big forehead.
So you're so indirectly you're insulting your sister
I'm not
because I
saying a big forehead is bad.
so that's because that's what I'm trying to
You know, a big
understand.
forehead brings luck, right?
Oh no. I feel like girls with big forehead are always the cuter ones. You know what I mean? I feel like girls with big forehead are cute. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I have a standard forehead, you already know. What do you want to talk about? Why you laugh? Why?
Just because like it's just every episode I'm like Zerona's literally just acting like the Zerona she is all the time, which is hilarious. Because God, she's literally like that all the time. In person, on a phone call. She could literally just like ran two people over and she'd probably be like laughing and making jokes and stuff.
See, that's why I was trying to make jokes with where did I go to today? I was trying to make jokes. Yeah, so because I serve in the dining hall, right? So I'm like really tight. It's like convo rush, like big rush. And I was just tired. Like we've been working from like 2 to like it's like almost like 7:30. And these kids keep on eating because the station I work at is the only station that doesn't close down. Okay. Trying to make these kids eating and eating. I'm like, dude, they need to ban burritos from schools because this kids be eating burritos and thinking I don't know what I mean. And then it's crazy. And so I'm trying to, I'm already, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm tired. I've been standing up, no sitting down, no breaks. So I'm starting to sing, like what you want, and they'll be like, "Oh, I want a rice." I'll be like, rice, black beans, cheese, and lettuce. Trying to just sing just to right away the stress. And one person came to me. I was like, "Can you not sing on my food? Does your food have ears?" Last time I checked, it's the plants that are living things, not your food. Okay, when they're inside hot water, they're not living things anymore. And then she's like, "Can you not sing on my food? Because like I have like OCD and stuff." Go, you can see that the cheese and lettuce are messed up. The pico and the other, it's like it's a rush, okay? It's a rush, and we're fast and trying to give you guys the food you guys need. And then what you can't really tell me is they have OCD and I should stop singing next to your food. Please. Okay. I was so angry at that time. So angry. I just looked at her and then I just went away. Because yeah, that's one interesting thing that happened on Friday. Person, like, everyone's complimenting me, like, "Oh, dude, I like the way you're singing. It's making it so entertaining." She's like, "Don't sing on my food."
Mhm. There are people like that.
That then she should not speak. She's speaking on her own food.
Mhm.
Okay. When she prays, doesn't she pray and sing on her food? Yeah. So tell me, but I just felt like I was just like, dude, like, I didn't even want to be like too like. I didn't want to talk back, but I just like, whatever. Like, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
don't
no
start
point.
mood already. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already angry and I'm already tired and I'm trying to sing to make, things more interesting and, the partner, you know what I mean? Like, because my partner with me was like, because I'm doing the wrapping of the burrito and I'm doing the toppings and he's doing like the rice, the chicken, you know what I mean? Like the things inside the burrito and stuff. So it's like, you know, that's what I say, customer service. Some people always say like the customer is always right. I don't really have a lot of experience with working, but one thing I've noticed is that the customer is never right.
Mhm.
If they're not, because if they're
People
right,
know that, but in
so that's when
this
I
market,
remember
that's
I
kind
think it
of
was my restaurant's marketing professor. He said, customer, if anyone tells you that the customer is always right, that person is stupid. It's a lie. That you have to make sure the customer seems right. You know what I mean? You got to make sure the customer seems right. I was like, that makes sense. So I was like, okay, in situations like where I have it work, like there's sometimes about, hey, can you give me like, okay, we cannot give more than 2 scoops of chicken. I only give like 3 scoops of chicken when I know maybe, they just came back from, the gym or they play sports like track. Like if people play like track, basketball, you know what I mean? Like especially a lot of cardio sport. Of course, they need more meat and more food. So I try to give it to them because I'm also a student. So I try to give them some little bit extra and stuff like that. And so this guy was like, he doesn't play track or anything. So there's a guy who plays track, and he was like, hey, can you give me more food? And I did. And then he was like, can you just give me more? And I just came back from like track practice. And I was like, well, we can't give two, but I'll just give you 2.5. So I gave him 2.5, which was understandable because he was at track, right? This guy was like, he hardly, because all the other station was closed, and he just came in from track. So this other guy who just came in from the gym was like, oh, can I get 2.5 too? I was like, oh, I'm only meant to give 1.5, not even two, but I only gave him two scoops because he just came back from track, and he was like, so how to do it? Like, that's not fair. So I was like, okay, I could give you two scoops, but not 2.5 scoops. You know what I mean? Because I'm already violating the amount of, food I could give. And it's like the morning shift guys are already gone. So it's that shift in between when the morning shift are leaving and the night shift are coming, but they're not resumed because the night shift come by 4, and then the afternoon shift people leave by 3. So from 3 to 4, that 1 hour, we don't really have any like chicken or whatever, because the night shift have some, you know what I mean? Like that gap in between. So I was like, okay, I gave him like two. And then his friend was like, okay, you could just give him 1.5. I get what you mean. Cool. So everyone was just like that. He came again, and he was like, can I get 2 scoops of chicken? I said, it's only 1.5 we could give. He was like, but I pay tuition. I said, everyone here pays tuition. I pay tuition too, you know? And I'm just trying to, I was just like, you know what? Okay. I was like, I'll give you 2.5 scoops. So I took like, let's say this is the spoon. I took like quarter of the spoon, one, quarter of the spoon again, two, quarter of the spoon again. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. See, those are 3 scoops, period. It was like, oh, can't you give me a little more? I said, sir, I already gave you 3 scoops already. You wanted 3, I gave you 3. So you wanted 2, I gave you 3. I gave you more than I meant to give you. So he was trying to cause a fuss, but everyone was like, dude, she already gave you 3 scoops. So I was like, see, that's how you try to make the customer try to feel like, seem like he's right when he's not right. You know what I mean? So I was just like, damn, like, I don't know how chicken could be such a war for college kids. Like, these people could, like, when I was like, oh, we run out of chicken, like, there's no more chicken. Some of them are like, oh no, some of them are willing to wait. They waited 2 hours for chicken. I cannot do that. And it's not like the chicken is like, oh my God, seasoned and flavored. You know, the chicken look a little bit colonized. I'm not trying to be,
Oh,
Lord forgive me. Okay, that's not a good thing to say. But the chicken doesn't really, because it's, you're cooking for a massive amount of people. So it's different when you're cooking for you know what I mean? Like, and you're limited with the seasoning they have and everything. So of course they have to limit the proportions of seasoning they have to use. But the chicken is not that great. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my God, it's so good. I can understand as a college student, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what made me say, like, made me bring up that topic, but I just like this
yo,
week in general was
and
about
then
food.
let me tell you something, guys. Before the pod even starts, everyone was like, I'm not even gonna talk much. You just do all the things. And now she's literally like bringing.
I needed to blow off my like this
That's
week. I
true.
was
That's
just
true.
thinking
This
about
is
my
this is a
week.
good way to like blow off steam and stuff.
Yeah, like I was just thinking about my week. I was like, I'm more stressed at work than I am at school. Like it's crazy how food, and I understand your college kids, they need food, they paid for the food. Cool. I would definitely understand you. Like you're playing, you do track, or you're reading a lot during exam periods. Of course, I have to give you more food because I'm a student too. I understand how hungry you could be when you have food. And but what is always annoying me is the fact that some people are just so rude with the food.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we're only allowed to give 2 to 3, um what they call it, the pancakes. Can I have? And then I was like, can I have 6? And it's still morning, and we have a rush by like 9:30, 10:30. That's when people usually finish their like 8:15 class. So I was like, well, I can only give 3 for now, but we're gonna be having a rush soon, so you can take 3, and then if there are more people, you can stay online, and I'll give you more, right? This guy started calling. He was like, oh no, I need 6. I want 6. I paid tuition for 6. I was like, I understand. I'm also a master student too, but there's a protocol I'm into, you know what I mean? Like, there's a protocol I have, like, I cannot give maximum to this because you're still making that. And you know what I mean? Like, they have to proportion the food in a while, right? And you're like, we would just stand there. I was like, you know what? Okay, I will give you four. That's four already. Four, six. Like, just take that four, and that's all I can give you. He was like, okay, cool. No, Auntie Joe was going on. So sorry. So what was I trying to say is like he just kept on shouting just for like pancakes, like the pancake waffle kind of stuff. And I was like, why will you be so angry just because of pancakes and waffles?
People are dumb.
And then okay, I was like, okay, you know what? I gave him the six. As he was throwing it out, like because we had like the dishwater, he had like three left and he threw it away. In my mind, I was like,
Some people.
I took an insult from a freshman. Like, honey, when were you born? What, 2005, 6, honey? Like,
Oh gosh, you just saying that. Oh,
it's just
2005.
like
Oh
6,
gosh.
7, I think.
Oh,
It's just like, I'm like, yo, man, just because of pancakes. And then he's like swearing at me. I'm like,
yo,
"Man,
screw you.
I'm not gonna swear at you. First of all, we're in a Christian school. Second of all, honey, if I swear at you, they'll lock me up for child abuse because I'm about to throw some. You know what I mean? He looks like an underage Squidward. That's what he looked like. You know,
Ooh.
that's what they would have thrown me in jail for from child abuse right now because I was about to but I didn't because I was like, you know,
You're saying the
I,
mature, you're
I
saying
was about
mature Xerona.
I had to, I was about to, talk to him in both Korean, English, and Igbo. I was about to use all three languages on him. Even with the French I don't know, I'll use it on him. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's just the stuff. It's just like handling rude people, I think it's a gift. I think it's something I have to put in my resume.
Oh no, yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like that should be something in a resume. What are you good at? Handling rude people. Give me an instance. Oh, honey, don't even get me started. Which one you want? Do you want from Korea? Do you want from Nigeria? Do you want
I
from
mean, that's a good one for specific jobs, maybe.
all jobs? It should
I
be.
don't know
It
about
sh-
all jobs
what job doesn't require you to manage
because
angry people?
if you're in like in the corporate world inside of business, I doubt that's gonna be something serious just because like most of the time when that rudeness is being caused, it's maybe upper management. So like you even saying anything can probably be like problems too. So
No,
that's
that's what I'm saying in my resume. I'm just gonna put it like
no, but like there, I mean, I'm pretty sure like in a lot of jobs, like if you're in the service industry, you're in a
even in the top management industry, there are some rude
mm,
managers
oh
that you
yeah,
have to know how to handle. And the fact that I can handle rude managers should be written in my resume.
but then you writing rude managers on the thing and applying for that
No,
job.
I'm not. No, of course, I'm not going to write rude managers, but I'm going like I'll be able to, like I'll put it in my resume. Like in every job needs someone who can handle rude people. Does it matter if the service
Mm,
industry needs it
yes.
more? But even computer engineers, even
But you
hackers.
wouldn't even write it like that. You'd just be like somebody that's able to manage
But that's what I'm saying.
difficult
It should be
situations.
writing it. I know how to handle rude and people who lack common sense. It should. I would
Uh,
that should be.
guys, my recommendation, don't write it
And
like
I'm not saying you should write it in your resume, but I'm saying it
no,
should be
you
part of the
should.
resume.
You should, but
You should say it.
not the way
You
she
should
just said it.
you should say it like that. Go
No,
straight to the
don't.
point. Don't go through the
Do
comments.
not do that.
Hit
Because the moment
hit
you write
hit
something
the
like that, it's not professional at all. You gotta say it
what
in
more.
a more
That's
professional
what
way.
everyone is like. It's not
I'm able to
professional.
handle situations like would be a better way to say it. Um, I'm able to handle upstarted situations where like you have to say it like that. You can be like, yeah, rude people like
That's what I'm
get
trying
out
to
the
say. It
way.
should be part of the resume because nowadays this world is full of
Oh, I agree
rude
with you.
people.
Like,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean it's not professional? Like, it should be
no,
professional.
because that's not what people are looking for nowadays. They don't care about that stuff. That's the
Really,
problem, though. That's the problem. I
really.
agree with you.
They care about
We're
the
in an
certificate.
agreement. Don't fight with me right now. We're in an
I'm
agreement.
not fighting, but I'm just saying that it should be like you
Oh
shouldn't.
yeah, yeah, I
You know
agree.
what I mean? Like, oh, it's like I can handle situations. And no, what type of I can handle rude people situations,
Well,
rude and annoying people situation. That should
I'm
be.
just telling you kind of how it is.
I'm just saying that it should be
I
because
agree.
it's a talent. It's it's a rude managers, rude supervisors. Oh Lord, it's like I'm just trying to say that I mean, put it in your don't put it like how I said it in your resume, but yeah, it should be a talent. Like if someone asks me what is a quality that you're good at, if it's not, now of course, don't do that in an interview. But I'm like, I'm good at handling rude people. And how do you handle rude people? I would say I ignore, make them seem smart, but also make them feel satisfied and make people near you or near them feel like you're stupid. To be able to pull that off, you get what I mean? Like, have you ever had this encounter that you have this person that is rude and then you're just like patiently, silently making that person satisfied, but other people in the room or the third party can feel like that other person is stupid?
Well, them just being rude in general already.
You know what I'm saying?
Being
Like, if
stupid.
someone is like rude to you and you're just like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then other people are like, damn, that girl is so rude. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to have that patience, you need a badge. They should put it in a point system. They should take away my taxes if I'm the amount of people. How many rude people did you handle today? 10. Okay, it's out of your tax. You got 10. Kick out $10 out of your taxes. That would be a good. You know what? Vote me for president. 3028.
Oh, what was I about to say? Did you see the messages from Kerem about the topic?
Yeah, it's too long, I think. I don't know. Maybe
Those
in
are
a
good.
better
Those are good
time.
topics, but I think maybe save those for a different.
Yeah. Thanks, Karen. Shout out to Karen for giving us some topic
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah. Yeah. What about you? How do you handle like rude people?
I'm the serious, quiet guy, so like in those situations, like yeah, okay, like I act like they're right, but then obviously,
They're not. They're just
like
like
they're obviously not right. So it's kind of like, and I'm usually one that like, um, if somebody gets mistreated or stuff, like I'm one to say something. I've always been that kind of person. Um, so when something's obviously not right or people mistreat someone or something is going badly, then I'm the first one to usually say something. Um, it's kind of how I've always been, especially since I was like younger and not dealing with rude people, but like people that used to like bullying stuff. I wasn't really like super bullied, but maybe there was
oh,
like a short, maybe like a year where it was more like verbal stuff, nothing like physical. And that kind of annoyed me for like a long time. So ever since then, I was like, yeah, if somebody's having trouble, I'll always say something or, yeah, yo, like stop or like tell them like you're doing wrong and stuff. Because like you said, like people are rude for no reason, just because like whatever. So it's kind of like being good to like handle that, but also like understanding like people are not great. There's many people that are not good people. So you kind of have to just realize that and obviously take it in a way that's like where it doesn't affect you, but like just know like yeah, not all people are great. So just move on, move on from that and continue on. That's kind of
yeah.
how I've always seen it. Um, but of course, not everyone is gonna act the same way though, because I'm that kind of person. But then there might be others that are more like super denial in your face, like, no, like you're rude, you were rude to me, what are you doing? And they go after each other, and then it ends up being a bigger problem than what it is. Um, so yeah, that's
I
kind of
think,
maybe.
yeah, I think like, oh, I wanted to say something. Like, I wanted to say something, I forgot. But yeah, bullying, like, there was a time I had this, I think when I was teaching the 7-year-olds back in Korea, I was like a substitute at that time, I think for like a week or two. And there's this girl, like they'll keep on like not really bullying her, but talking bad towards her and kind of not really playing with her and calling her fat. And then I remember her crying, and her mom was also like crying in school, like, you guys are bullying my daughter and stuff. And then I remember when I was in seventh grade, I was in a boarding school, and like that, I was having a problem with one of my roommates. And I told my mom, and I was crying. And I remember my mom said, "Why are you crying? You guys are the same mate, you guys are the same class. If she slap you, you slap her twice. You know what I mean? If she hit you, you hit her 2 times." And I was like, damn, we don't have mothers like that anymore, do we? Like, when I saw the mom crying and her daughter crying, she was crying like, I don't know, maybe the mom had this, like it triggered her. Maybe she was bullied before, I don't know. But just seeing the mom crying because of her daughter, it was like, oh damn. Um, like, wow, that is so. But my mom would be like, if they hit you here. So one day a girl slapped me, I slapped her back, we went in trouble. My mom was like, what happened? And I explained everything. My mom said, that's good. Both of you get expelled. That's how it's meant to be. If she hit you, you hit her back, you know. So I'm used to that way. Like I'm kind of like, I won't show my true color to you. Most people don't like, I'm just like, okay, can you please help me? Can you please do that? Can you please do that? Can you please that? I try to like take as much as I can with people, because my mom is like, first time you do shit, she just tells you straight up, don't try me like that. That's my mom. But me, I'm always someone who likes to give people chances and stuff like
Me
that. Like,
too.
you know what I mean? Yeah. And
Yeah,
then it comes to a point when I'm just angry, like I switch. And once I switch, you can't stop me back. That's why, like, I think my other roommate, the German one I had a friend roommate, was like,
mm,
she was like, the way you switch from nice to like, it means you're like, she was thinking that I was bipolar. She's like, you're still bipolar and stuff like that. I'm like, it's not being bipolar, honey. Okay, it's about taking as much trash as I can, honey. It's time for you to recycle your trash, okay? Because if you don't recycle it, you're gonna get what you deserve. You know, I, I'll start turning into a Cat Williams. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a Cat Williams to you, and it's not gonna be funny, and I'm not gonna stop. And I'm sure it's gonna be funny because you yourself are gonna laugh at the insult and the truth I have to give to you. Period. But like it's like it takes that, like it's like you, of course, you don't have to let people use you at a certain time, but at the same time you don't have to. For me, I try to put that middle ground, like, okay, this
yeah,
person did this, I'm just gonna ignore, and because I feel
yeah,
like this person has also ignored me too, because I'm also wrong, right? But it comes to a point in time that it's like you just have a limit, like,
for sure.
stuff. So like when I remembered that bullying incident about the girl, it wasn't like really bully, but of course, even I as a teacher was not really liking the way they treated her. And the other teachers were like, oh, they're just kids. I was like, no, they're 7 years old. 7 years old is when you start developing habits, you
Habits.
start
Yeah,
doing, what I see. So I was like, so I told the other girls, you guys got to play with her. And they're like, we don't want to play with her. I said, you got to play with her. If you don't play with her, then don't expect me to play with you, because I used to play this game with them, like the reading fast, slow kind of stuff. Like we used to play this kind of games and like hangman and stuff. So they start to, I think, start forcing her to play with her. And then I got some reports from the school. They were like, you can't force people to play with other people, blah, 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 blah. But in my mind, I was like, aren't you also meant to be teaching them you can't be discriminating and,
yeah.
because,
Everyone should be able to enjoy it.
yeah, you're 7 years old. When did
I know,
bullying? I
right?
think bullying started like, I don't think bullying started at the age of 7. Like, I feel like maybe seventh grade, like when you're in the teenager stuff, that's when you're, okay, she's this,
No,
she's
but
that. I can
it usually
understand stuff.
starts from there,
I was
like a
like,
young
nah, man.
age.
No. I remember when I was 7, 8, when in my first grade, I just moved. And I won't get bullied, but I did get discriminated against with some other girls because I was a new girl. and I was tall. I remember I was tall and the biggest at that time in elementary school. Now everyone is tall and bigger than me, but at that time I was like tall and big, and some girls would discriminate against me and everything. So I think that's also one of the reasons why I became a tomboy in elementary school. Everyone knew I was a tomboy in elementary school because boys were more acceptable. I liked anime. I read comic books. And remember the Archie comics? I don't
Hmm.
know if you guys Archie comics. I used to collect it and then we exchange with each other. And I used to also have like my the Naruto comic books from my older brother, and
Hmm.
then I'll exchange it for Bleach or One Piece or Dragon Ball. You see, those days, like, that's the kind of like life we had because we didn't have phones. I mean, I didn't have a phone in
Yeah.
elementary school. So, there's this stuff, but now it's just like so discriminating. So I just like at the age of 7, like, because I remember telling my mom like I get discriminated against, and she tell me, if they don't like you go
Mhm.
find like another
Yeah.
person. Like my mom was never that kind of person, like, oh, they don't like you, oh, they bullied you. No.
Yeah, my parents were the same. Yeah.
If they bully you, you bully them back. Both of you get expelled, it's okay. And the way she said it, and when they call when the principal calls your mom,
Yeah.
and the principal is like, hey, um, your daughter did this and that and that and that, and then my mom was like, and did the other person get suspended? They were about to suspend me at that time. And the person was like, the person's mind was like, isn't that's not the point. The point is, your daughter is almost about to get suspended. And my mom was like, is that other person about to get suspended? Because it was just like, why would you take trash from people? And if we're of course if we're from the same class and whatever, you're not older than me, and stuff like that. So if you bully me, then I'll bully you back. Then we both bully each other, you know. But yeah, just like that idea just came and that memory just came to my mind. I was like, did you have a similar um experience when someone put you down and your mom was like, boy, you put them down too? That kind of like.
I don't think in that sense. Both my parents. Well, my mother is more. She's more like standing up for herself, so she probably would have done it herself. My dad is a more quiet kind, like more reserved. So I don't think he would have been that kind. For me, they usually when I was younger, they would definitely tell me like, oh yeah, people don't like treat you right and stuff, then just move on. They were always that kind of people. But in terms of like actual fighting and stuff, or like standing super up against myself, nothing happened to me in terms of that being like the case of like. Oh, actually, a story did come up. So I was in high
Mhm.
school junior year, sophomore year, one of them, and there was this guy, and then he during class, during an English class, he would have like these scissors and stuff, and he would like he was it kind of like bullying, like, not really, like he would say stuff, but
Mm,
he would say stuff. But like it was kind of like I want like whatever. It's like he usually just said stuff, and that to me like if you're just saying stuff like whatever, and I kind of ignore him whatever. But then he like one day like cut up my shirt or something like that, and I was like, "Yo, like what the hell are you doing, right?" So like confronted him there, and then like it happened, and I stood up, and then like we were kind of like talking there. And then a professor came, like saying, "Oh, did you cut his stuff?" And he was like, "No, no, no." And then I was like, "He literally just did it. He has his scissors in his hand, and you look at my clothes in there and stuff." So, got so that happened, and I don't know, something happened to him. He got told by the principal or something like that, and the parents, whatever, came home, and then my mom saw my shirt, and she was like, "Yo, what the hell is going on? What happened to your shirt?" And then I was like, "Oh," and then I explained it, and she was literally like, "Yo, what the hell? Where is he? Let's go right now." Boom. And my mom was like literally about to like go off like on a freaking like crazy. Like she was about to like because she was always been like obviously the super protective in terms of like making sure we're all right, especially during those times because that's when uh my parents kind of like split up, so it's like on my mom like on her own, so like she became even more protective, and but that's usually the time. I'm not really the confrontational type, so like I said before, like even if somebody said like stuff to me, I kind of just like, oh, whatever. You just what's the point of like arguing or fighting? I kind of find it stupid, to be honest with
Mm,
you. Like, what is the point of me saying anything back? Because like if I say anything back, then it's kind of like be more dumb stuff. So I've always been like the non-confrontational. Obviously, like there's a limit to like you said. There's a point where it's like super disrespectful or like the point like it's really like ooh, then I'll stand up and be like, yo, like no, like can't do that. But as far as like fighting or stuff like that, I've never been in a fight or stuff like that. Never been in a fight. Um, so I don't like at the same point, I don't like I definitely agree with you in terms of like standing up for yourself. Especially like if it's like yeah, like people not playing with you and stuff, like stand up, like either do two things. Stand like what I mean by like standing up, either be like if they're not doing that, then let somebody know because like you said, like those young kids, like you don't think it starts from then, but it's those bullying kind of stuff start from even like back then when you're like super young. Like stand up, say something, or literally just forget about those people. Move on to other people that actually like care about you and want to like hang out, play and stuff like that. Especially when you're young, like that thing of like kids not playing with other kids, I found it like what? Like these
what
are
do you
like
mean?
little kids like just enjoying playing with like a firefighter car or like mini cars and Barbies and stuff. Like why are you like bullying other people now?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, even be collecting elementary school, like I used to try a lot to impress these girls and everything. My mom told me, look, if these girls are not impressing because she can understand, she said, if these people are not liking you because you're tall and you're big,
Move on.
oh, so that's when I think it was the third grade, because first and second grade I was trying to be close to them. Third grade I started getting close to the boys because I started going like I think it was one guy. I know he had a twin. I was still cool. I was cool with some other girls, but it was just the girls that in my class that I wasn't cool with. And there was the same girls that I had trouble with and problem with that were the same girls that were in my. And so I was like, I'm not really feeling these girls and stuff like that. And then I just became a tomboy. Then middle school was like an all-girls school. I was just super close to everyone. And then high school came in. Even the girls in my class, I wasn't really, because for me, it's like if it doesn't make sense, and it requires me reducing something I do not want to reduce, I'm not gonna do it. Like I remember they'll have like some weird pranks where they'll put like prank all the boys stuffs and stuff like that. And I remember in high school, boys had like so much anger management at the time. So I was like, first of all, I'm not gonna look for trouble, you know, when I don't wanna, when I know I cannot handle the trouble, right? So I was just like, even in my class, I wasn't really cool with girls in my class in high school. I think after like 10, 11, 12th grade, everyone become close. But my mind is like, I'm just used to like, if I'm not, I think that's when it came. Like, if me and you don't give a flow, because I would try to be, I might come out as very loudy and talkative, but I would also try to like adjust with you. If you're not giving me the same vibe or the same energy, as
Mm.
Aaron Grande would say, thank you.
Yep, for
That's
sure.
it. So I was just looking at it, I was like, these kids is just it's crazy. Like they're just playing. Like just with it's with Legos.
Yeah,
It was so bad. And then I remember there's this guy, Chris. He always used to tell because the girl that got bullied was Anne. I would like to say bully. I don't know if she used the word bully, but I'll say discriminate against like discriminated and like left out. He always try to play with Anne. And but you as a girl, you still want to play with other girls, you know what I mean?
for sure.
So I was just it's just fascinating to see like at this like at a young age girls do because even the girls that I in elementary school that we weren't close, we used to like exchange Archie books. You know what I mean? Like even if we're not close, but they'll be like, "Hey, can I use your Archie book?" And we will exchange like that. We were not close, but we exchange Archie books and stuff like that. But there was just like completely left her alone kind of stuff. Like in ballet, they won't even want. They would prefer like there's a guy called David. The boy called David was like this crazy. You always have like a troublemaker kid in the class. He was like a troublemaker kid and he was just really nasty. Like he would like pick his nose and put it on girls' shirts. I don't know,
Classic.
but
uh,
they preferred to stay with him in ballet class than her. So I was like, damn, man,
Damn.
just I don't know.
Kids can be rough.
Kids can be. And then the thing is, the thing that also annoyed me the most was the parents when we try to explain the situation to parents of the girls that are making the girl feel left out. They were like,
No,
"So my
you
girl,
can't talk about
my,
those people. Because they'd
they're
be
like,
like,
oh,
why are you telling
because
my
it's in Gangnam. The school is in Gangnam, right? So it's like,
oh
why, why would my daughter want to hang out with
yeah.
dude? In my days, I remember in elementary school, they had a meeting with them and the girls that bullied my mom, and they were fighting for my mom. Say, hey, look, man, your kid was wrong. My kid was wrong. You know what I mean? Why are we carrying our kids' problem like our problem? So
Yeah.
they could, I don't know, they could settle it easily. And I remember even the girl I had a fight with, the mom was like even scolding her own daughter, and my mom was scolding me. I was like, aren't we meant to be at the same side? Because I'm trying to. You told me if she hit you, hit her twice. So you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But um not literally like slap her, no, I mean like if she talks to you badly, you put her out, that kind of stuff. That's what I mean.
You put her out.
Not physical. No, no, if someone calls you stupid, you say excuse me, being stupid is not illegal. Like I just remember people used to call me fat. My mom said being fat is not illegal, so
Yo,
I will use that.
it
It's
shows
not
you eat and
illegal.
you have some money, yo.
I said, well, it's not illegal, honey. Being that skinny, it is. If you need $1, I'll give it to you. That's what I'm gonna do. But like my mom would tell me if someone talks to you, put them out, but don't try and fight. But like in my days, the mom, I don't know, maybe because I was from Nigeria, maybe it's different, but the moms don't carry the problem of the kids on their burden. They'll be like, hey, settle this and period. You know what I mean? Like I learned how to not hold malice and grudges. But I don't know, maybe parents nowadays too, they even hold man and there is what even made me angry is that the parents, the mothers were fighting against each other.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
for sure.
huh?
Especially in that area, Gangnam. It's all about like prestige and reputation.
No, there's no reputation. Your kid. There was one kid's mom
I
I
know
loved
they're
so.
kids. That's the point, though.
Oh no, there was one kid's mom
But
I loved so well. I don't know whether I think the kid. Okay, so the mom grew up in LA. So the mom is like when we
okay,
tell when you tell kids, um, your kids didn't do like we had this kid, Chris, he wouldn't do his homework. His mom wouldn't, it's like his mom kind of didn't really care about him, maybe because she was too busy. And like I remember he was sick and he had a fight and his whole like forehead was bleeding. And you're calling, when you hear the call like, hey, your son is bleeding, like, like not just bleeding, but like really bleeding. Like we had to take him like the hospital ASAP. And she was like, oh, tell the teacher to go. I'm busy at work. Damn,
no, yeah, that's it
that
is.
was sad, man. Dude, I remember one time I was sick. I lived in a different state. My mom came to flew. She flew. She took the next flight to understand where I was. And that was like all the way in a different state, you know?
No,
So
yeah.
it's like, damn.
No, yeah. There's like levels to like because like I remember so back then when I was in Korea, remember that um what was that? The Halloween? Was it Halloween? The Halloween
Mm,
incident?
mm.
Like I remember like yo, my parents calling me, like trying to get a hold of me. If they didn't, I'm pretty sure they would have flown there, would have freaking there that like there's difference. of like how much care and like
Here, yeah.
there is.
That's why, yeah, I just noticed. And then I think ki kids also build up that rudeness and that thing from them.
Oh yeah,
And
well, kids
like
pick up
they
things.
pick it up.
They pick
They
it up from
do.
parents or people.
And it's like so weird. Like we had this kid, I think her dad was like a famous chef or something. And if she doesn't get something done now, she start making a fuss about it. And she starts swearing. Like I didn't even know swear words when I was 7. She started using like the shibal and whatever. I was like,
Oh
damn, what?
man.
I was like, I wanted to, I was about to. Woo. The Holy Spirit held my hand and said, "Thou shalt not," because you know what I mean. Like I couldn't in my house. Shut up was a bad word. I couldn't say shut
Are
up
you kidding
until I was
me?
in.
Just picking up my voice, just looking at
I
them
couldn't.
would the chancla, the slipper of death would lift up. It would get thrown at me in a second.
I'm like, I'm scared, man. I couldn't even say shut up because I always thought shut up was a bad word. It was when I went
Oh
to like
yeah, I mean,
7th grade that I was like, everyone says shut up. I was like, I didn't even know shut up was a even till now I can't really use the word like except it's like a joke kind of stuff. But
yeah.
I'd be like, shh. But I couldn't use shut up as a because I always thought it was a bad word. You know what I mean? I couldn't
I
use
would have
and
died.
it was and then she did it because her mom and then how I know is that during the parents teacher conference day, you see the way parents act and it's just like and there's always one kid's mom that I really love because we will tell other parents, your kid is doing this in class, your kid is doing that in class, and they'll get offended. Oh, you're a teacher. Why can't you help him with his homework? Honey, 숙제. 숙제 is homework.
People are like that.
It's the work you go home with. I don't go home with you. Why are you telling me to help you? I'm a teacher. Why don't you help me with his homework?
Yeah.
And then they would be like, and then that's why I hated the school at a point in time because they didn't want me to give, like, if I write something honest, they'll be like, that's too honest. You can't write that. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even be honest in the report. Dude, the report I got, my report, oh Lord, my report is Xerona sleeps too much. Xerona hangs out with a lot of boys. Xerona, they would put all, they would, I'm like, what I do? I cannot hang out with boys now. Because it's called communicate. I remember in elementary school, it was called communication book. We had to take it every day. Your parent had to sign for it, and they will write the report of what you did all the time. So they would tell like, oh, Zerna sleeps too much. Zerna is always at the sitting at the back. Mind you, I'm the tallest girl. Where am I meant to sit? In the back. But they wrote it in the report. I'm like, this you're not meant to write. You're writing it. What is your problem that I sleep? Am I not growing? They like Xerna sleeps, especially doing her because the class I really hated at that time was I hated French class at that time. So I used to at the back. And I used to have the tinted glasses thingy. And at the back, at the back, the reflection of the light comes
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
And I was always with the back with my back crew with and most boys were always at the back because I think boys sometimes used to grow, right? Like at that time they grow. So me and my boys would just sit and I put my glasses like the photochromic glasses there and I'll bring my pencil like this. Like it's always gonna be like this. And so sometimes the teacher will know I'm sleeping and they will write that. But I'm like, there's some things I want to write and they come like, your child is using bad words and stuff like that. They're like, you cannot write that.
Oh yeah.
You try to paint this rainbowish thing and like one day I got in trouble for telling one of the parents like I told the parents like your kid is really rude. He's using bad words. And the parents like, okay, I'll try and fix it. And then the parents went to go and report me to the principal that I'm saying bad things to the kid. And then I told another parent, and she, ooh, the way she talked to her son, you're saying bad words in class. Where did you learn that bad word from? Da, 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 da. I was like, that is how you train your child. I'm not saying you should embarrass him in public and stuff like that, but sometimes, you need to base, that moderation. So I don't know. Nowadays, kids are just getting rude and rude and rude.
Oh
Like
yeah, for sure.
it's scary.
I mean, the
Even I'm
future's scary.
scared. That's why if I have kids, we're definitely raising you in Nigeria because it's gonna be your name. You try. Shit. I don't know, and that is not. People are like, that
Yeah.
is that is that is harassment. That's not harassment. That's not child abuse. Okay, that's discipline. Okay, I need to. Yeah, his head needs to reset. You know what I mean? You need to.
Considering that.
Oh no, it needs to reset. There's some people. Kids. Their brain, especially teenagers, their heads need to be reset well. So the slippers. That's why slippers is the best thing because it's flexible and it
Oh,
turns on that switch.
my head never resetted, but man, maybe my body did after the shots I took.
Oh,
Ooh,
something got to reset. Or maybe the
I
demonic
remember
spirit has to leave
the
that
belts, the slippers. Ooh,
those slippers. Dude, we had what did we books, Bible?
oh, I
Yeah,
remember that. It was for me. It was literally just chancleta, the slipper, the belt, hand.
big pen.
Yeah, just yeah. I
That
see it.
was the
Wait,
Bible. They used the Bible on me once.
no, you told me that story before. That was funny.
Yeah, they used the Bible once. Yeah, to
Uh,
remove any demonic spirit of rudeness from me.
yeah, you kids now just are living in another world, man.
That's why you just, that's why I'm
Nothing
always
like
practicing.
because I can even imagine the things these kids doing now that I would do. Oh my
I
gosh,
saw a
I want to be
5-year-old.
alive.
I found a 6-year-old cursing at them. I feel also the way parents are now like more relaxed because she was like, "You better get your ass out, get your ass like out of the car," because the kid didn't want to come out of the car. She's like, "You better get your ass out of the car before I hit you." And she said, "I want to get out." She's like, "You better get the fuck out," and she was like using curse word at the kid, and the kid was also going to her back. And then the Africanness in me was trying to understand. If I had said fuck, when
I would have been killed there.
when devil says you're on your own, even the devil said, I didn't tempt you. You did that by yourself. The devil lets you go. When the
No,
devil
trust
says
me.
you're on your own,
Art,
that's it.
shoot, well, maybe ending your generation is when I kind of stopped. Because I think after that, I was, well, like that generation. Ooh, granted, it
Well,
wasn't as bad as like my parents. Like I heard some stories about my parents and the stuff they had to go. Oof, too much.
nah, you can't be doing that. And that's also because me when growing up, I never heard my mom say like swear words or shut up. She never used the word shut up or stupid on me. So that's why growing up, I hardly use it till now. When people are like, fuck, I'm like, no, I can't. I can't. When I'm angry, I could swear, but I cannot swear directly on someone. It doesn't feel nice to me. Like, I can't do that. So I was like, wow, man, being rude and people are rude in different types of ways. There are people who are nicely rude and politely rude, and there are people who are just like, you know, you're demonic rude. That's how rude they are. And
Dang.
it's great.
We've been going for a long time in this pod.
We have, and I said I was going to make a short podcast.
I know, right? But it ended up being a cool topic for you guys.
Yeah.
We're people and stuff. So
So tell us a time when someone was just unnecessarily rude to you, and you were just like, you need Jesus.
how you handle it. Tell us how you handled it and
Tell
maybe
us that.
you
Tell
changed
tell
it
us.
or
Did you pray for them?
you
Because
do differently. Yeah. Let us know all about that. That'll be a cool topic. Yeah.
it will be one, and tell us how, whether it was like intentionally rude or not. Because some people are not intentionally rude, but they're rude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you just felt like very like why would you do that to me? Yeah.
Because like even
Anyway.
though like the way you can say something, you may not mean to go that way, but it sounds that way. So it's kind of like really weird nowadays. But yeah, let us know about that. And we set a short podcast, but hopefully you enjoyed it. It's one of the shorter ones, I think, compared to our usual big ones. Um, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun topic. It's super late. It's close to being 2 a.m. already. So yeah, I'm tired. You saw me yawning a couple times more than usual. Bruno's always say super tired, but yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button for more. Obviously, you want to have a bigger community and more people to enjoy these videos. So hit the like button also because that helps out the videos to share to more people or share the videos to your friends, family. I think the podcast is cool because it fits all people. The older generation to more like my age, more like that age, or even like Xerona's like just university studying, about to hit the world and stuff.
Mhm.
And even like younger, because we still talk about like high school topics, how it was growing up and stuff like that. So I think that we have a good mix of everything. But yeah, so hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell icon when new videos are uploaded. This one should be coming up, yeah, tomorrow, which tomorrow for us is, well, today, Monday, so Monday afternoon. Hopefully you'll be seeing this. If not, yeah, that night should be it. So, any last words, Rona? Or no, Rona said everything she wanted to say. No more talking rumor, as you can see from her face. But yeah, enjoy it. Hope to see you guys next week.
See
We'll
ya.
have good topics and yeah, so see you guys.
Bye.